everyone, it's Belinda here, and it's been a while. It has been a while because honestly, I have a job. A job that keeps me very busy. But look, I just wanted to come on and share with you guys something that happened to me today. And I'm going to keep this video short and quick. So I'm going to tell the story and then I'm going to give you guys a challenge. So look, I went grocery shopping earlier and I'm getting ready to check out. I'm going through the lanes and I see these signs that says cash not accepted. I'm like, okay, maybe, someone's in training or whatever. So I go to the next lane, cash not accepted. Go to the third lane, cash not accepted. So I said, let me finish reading this sign. And it says, we accept credit, debit, and EBT. Those are not familiar with EBT. Those are food stamps, government food stamps. So I'm like, so we're not doing cash? So I just kept going down the lane. And then I got to the last lane where cash is accepted. And then the lady says, oh, you can go into the next lane. I was like, well, I have cash. She was like, you can just go over there. I'm like, okay. So I go through the whole lane. She rings me out and say, why are you all not accepting cash? And she says, well, you have cash? I was like, yeah, I have cash. She's like, oh, I can't accept your cash. I'm like, well, why not? Why aren't? She's like, well, that's just the new rule now. We're not accepting cash, but you can go to the next lane. And I was like, well, who can I talk to about this? And she's like, oh, that's the manager. She's in the next lane. And I was like, well, that's the same lady that told me to come into your lane. I was like, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that you're not accepting cash, but even more ridiculous that the manager just told me to come to your lane and I told her I had cash. And she said, oh, it's fine. I can just save the transaction and take it to her and she can cash you out. So she tells me to go to the customer service lane and I'm waiting. And then she comes over. And so I ask her, why aren't you accepting cash? And she said, well, it's just less things for us to touch. And I said, well, the cash line is 3 times longer than any of these other lines. People use cash for a number of good reasons. Number one, you can't guarantee if somebody's using their debit card that their card won't get hacked. But regardless of the point, if you're concerned about the money being dirty, which has always been a concern before January, February, and March, you're a cashier. Wear gloves. And I thought it was strange that she is the one designated to accept cash. She didn't have on any gloves. She didn't have a mask. The other cashiers had on gloves and masks. If your concern is it's dirty, wear gloves. But you want me and the rest of the customers to touch the dirty touchpad that everyone that comes through this lane touches. But you as the cashier can't just put on some gloves to accept the cash? Something's wrong with that. Something's wrong with a lot of things going on right now. And so I'm just here to encourage you all to use your critical thinking skills. Because it's a lot of things happening that people are not questioning. And in the midst, I see more and more of our basic civil rights and human rights being taken away without question. Use your critical thinking skills. In fact, you don't even have to get critical. Just ask questions. Because a lot of this is not making sense. And if we don't speak up, we are going to lose our rights. And before you know it, we're going to be in a place that we can't come back from. Use your critical thinking skills. If it don't seem right, ask questions. I'll see you guys later.